Sundar, Assistant Professor IT Department. In my previous video, we discussed about database design and functional dependency, and in this video, we discuss about normalization. Now, what is normalization? It is a systematic or step-by-step process of organizing the data in database in such a way that it minimizes the redundancy from a table or whole database. It is also used to eliminate undesirable characteristics like insertion, update, and delete anomalies. Now, the role of normalization in database design, that is to reduce redundancy from the database or individual table. What is the role of normalization in database design? That is to reduce redundancy from the database or individual table. Now, how to achieve the normalization? By dividing the larger table into the smaller table and linking them using relationship. Okay. Now we discuss purpose of normalization. In database management process, without normalization, it is not easy to manage database operation like insertion, deletion, and modification without facing data loss problem. To reduce chances for anomalies to occur in database, it means that if database is not normalized, then insertion, updation, and deletion anomalies occur frequently. And to understand need of normalization, first we should learn what are the anomalies. Okay. Before anomalies, we discuss what is data redundancy. The data redundancy is a database means that the some record are repeated in more than one table. So, data organization issue that allow the unnecessary duplication of data within your Microsoft Access database and a change or modification to redundant data that are required you to make changes to multiple fields of a database. Now see in this example, the name of employee is repeated 3 times while the age is repeated for 2 times. This type of database is inefficient and people go to great length to avoid it. Okay, in relational database, this redundancy is avoided, and in order to reduce duplicated data, you can use the 3 normal form of database design. For example, first normal form, second normal form, and the most efficient but complex, that is third normal form. Now we discuss anomalies and types of anomalies. So anomalies are inconvenient or error-prone situation arising when the process in the table, and there are 3 types of anomalies, that are insertion, updation, and deletion. Now first we discuss insertion anomaly. An insert anomaly occurs when it is not possible to insert certain attribute into the database without the availability of other attributes. Now see in this example, suppose a manufacturing company stores the employee details in a table named employee that has 4 attributes, that means employee ID for storing employee ID, employee name for storing employee name, employee address for storing employee address, and employee department for storing department detail in which the employee works. And in this table is not normalized. We will see the problems that we face when a table is not normalized. Now first anomalies, that is insertion. Suppose a new employee joined the company who is under training and currently not assigned to any department, then we would not be able to insert the data into the table if employee department field doesn't allow nulls. Okay, it is nothing but insert anomaly. Now next anomaly, that is update anomaly. An update anomaly occurs when there is a requirement of changes in multiple records of an entity, but all records are not get updated. It means that, see in this example, we have 2 rows for employee reach and along with the 2 department of the company. If we want to update the address of Rick, then we have to update the same in two rows or the data will become inconsistent. If somehow the correct address gets updated in one department but not in other, then it, as per the database, Rick would be having two different addresses when it is not correct and will lead to inconsistent data. Okay. Now we discuss delete anomaly. A delete anomaly is the opposite to insert anomaly. This anomaly occurs when the data of some attribute get lost because of deletion of data of other attributes in the same record. Now see in this example, suppose if if at a point of time the company closed the department, that is D890 closed the department, then deleting the row that are having employee department as D890 would also delete the information of employee Maggie, since she is assigned only to his department. Okay. To overcome these anomalies, we need to normalize the data, and our next session we will discuss the normalization. So there are almost commonly used in normal form. There are four types of normalization, that is first normal form, second normal form, third normal form and BCNF normal form. Now we will discuss one by one. First normal form. As per the rule of first normal form, an attribute, that means column, of a table cannot hold multiple values. It should hold only atomic value. A domain is a set of all unique value which is permitted for an attribute. Now what is atomic value? Atomic means that cannot be divided further. So first normal form defines that all the attributes in a relation must have atomic means not further divisible, and a single value. Now consider the table, that is course details. In this table is not in first NF, it means first normal form, as the rule says each attribute of a table must have atomic or single value. This attribute language contains multiple values which the rule of first NF. To convert this data into first normal form, we have to rearrange the table in this format. Now see in this table, each attribute contains single value, so the database design in the first normal form. C for C programming language, C VB Java. See here, C programming, C VB Java. Each attributes contain single value. It is nothing but first normal form. Now we discuss second normal form. To understand the second normal form, first we should get concept of prime and non-prime attributes. So what is prime attribute? An attribute which is a part of the primary key or prime key is known as prime attribute. And what is non-prime attribute? An attribute which is not a part of the prime key is said to be non-prime attribute. As per the rule of second normal form, every non-prime attribute must be dependent upon the prime attribute. It means non-prime dependent upon prime attribute. As per the second normal form, every non-prime attribute should be fully functionally dependent on prime key attribute. Now see in this example, the prime key attribute are student ID and project ID. Here the non-key attributes like student name and project name are dependent upon one of the prime key attribute. Means student name is dependent upon student ID. The student name depend on student ID, while the project name is depend on the project ID. So this is called as partial dependency. As per the rule of second normal form, the non-key attribute should be dependent upon all the key attributes, which is not followed. To convert the data in second normal form, we have to split the table into different tables. Now see in this first table, student all the non-prime attributes like student name and project name are completely depends upon the prime key attributes, that is student ID. It means student name and project name totally depends on prime key, that means student ID. Now see in this table, second table, that is project, the non-prime key attributes, that is project name, is completely depend on the prime key attribute, that is project ID. So this is nothing but second normal form. Next we discuss third normal form. A database design is said to be third normal form if the both following two conditions are satisfied. That is, initially the design must be in second normal form, and second condition, that is the non-prime attribute should be transitively dependent on prime key attributes. So for example, for any non-trivial functional dependency, x determinant of A, either x is a super key or we can say that A is a prime key attribute. So, an attribute that is not a part of any candidate key is known as non-prime attribute. Now, see in this example, student ID is only one prime key. Here the data of city can be retrieved through either student ID or zip code, but the city is not super key as well as nor the city is the prime attribute. So here the city is depends upon the zip and zip is depend upon the student ID. Okay. So student ID, determinants of zip and determinants of city, and this relation is known as transitive dependency. Okay. Now we have to remove this transitive dependency by implementing third normal form. For this purpose, we have to split the student detail table in two different tables, says that student data and cities. Now see in these two tables, first data that is student data and second table that is city. Now the database design is converted into third normal form. Here the basically design is already in second normal form and the non-prime attribute is transitively dependent on prime attributes. Okay, it's nothing but the third normal form. Fourth type of normalization, that is Boyce Code normal form. It means BCNF. It is an advanced version of 3NF. That's why it is also referred as a 3.5 NF. And a database design is said to be in BCNF if the both following conditions are to be satisfied. First condition, that is initially the table must be in 3 normal form, and second condition, that is for any non-trivial functional dependency, it means that x determinants of A, x must be in a super key. So the database design, now see in this example, database design, student ID is a super key in the relation of student data and zip is the super key in the relation of city. This zip is a relation of city and student ID is the relation of the student data. So student ID determinant of student name or city and zip determinant of city, which confirms that both the relation are in BCNF. It means that Boyce Code normal form. Now we discuss difference between third normal form and Boyce Code normal form. Now 3NF, it stands for third normal form and BCNF stands for Boyce Code normal form, and a database design should be already in second NF to convert in third NF, in third normal form, and in a BCNF the database design should be already in 3NF to convert into the BCNF form. Now the rule says that for any non-trivial functional dependency, it means that x determinants of y, either x is a super key or A is a prime key, or in BCNF rule says that for any non-trivial functional dependency, x determinant of y, it means that x must be in a super key. Okay, so 3NF is a weaker than BCNF and BCNF is stronger than 3NF. Also